What's happening, y'all? This is B Jizzle of the BLEAV and Clippers podcast. I'm your host, BJ Matthews. Make sure you guys continuously subscribe and follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, where we drop all this great content on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. We are back on with another episode with the one and only beautiful Mrs. J. Make sure you guys continuously tap in with us every single week as we drop all Clipper knowledge on the number one podcast out here. Mrs. J, how you doing?
I am doing wonderful, B. How you doing? I am feeling great. Feeling great
Doing
on
great.
this hot day.
What's the temperature out there in LA where you at right now?
Well, earlier it was like 90 degrees today. It was just sticky. Like I was finna say like sticky, but it was sticky today. We got a little wind later in the evening, but that 11, 12, 1 was just like vicious. Like, oh my God.
So can you kind of bring us up to speed how, both of us being from Southern California, have you felt like the weather has gotten more humid as the years been by from what it used to be, like California always 75 dry? Have you kind of got the feeling and vibe it's kind of got a little bit more humid?
Yeah, the weather's definitely changing. It's kind of bipolar now. Some days it want to be this way. Some days it want to be this way at the wrong time. And I remember back in the day, it was like 75, 78 consistently. Springtime, it was beautiful. Summertime, beautiful, nice, good temperatures. But now it's like the California don't know what they want to do. I don't want to pay the weather tax no more. The weather's not consistent. The weather's not what it used to be. It's hotter. It's hotter.
Just come out to Cali for the weather. That's starting to dwindle away a little bit.
Yeah. Cali ain't what it used to be.
Man. Well, you say what?
I said we got the GOAT. Gotta get out of California.
Man, high taxes they make you think about it. Mm-hmm. But we back with another episode, obviously, BLEAV in Clippers. We got a very, very interesting one today. And hopefully this will be the last time talking about this player right here, even though we appreciate everything he's done for the organization. Another interesting interview came out this past week. And obviously you heard it. I heard it as well. But we're going to actually let the audience hear what Paul George's father, Mr. Paul George Sr., had to say about his son's departure for the LA Clippers. Of course, PG signed with the Philadelphia 76ers a little over a month ago, and we had a chance to, really kind of dive in about that whole situation. Everybody wanted to talk about it. And it looks like his family's starting to, chime in for the first time. So this is his father, Paul George Sr., speaking about his departure, how he felt with the Clippers. So what we're going to do is play this for about a 2-minute clip, and we'll be right back with more. So here we go.
It was like I feel like they stabbed us in the back, because I thought Paul did a whole lot for the team. Far as in the fan base, fans was there. He was there. I think he gave them 110%. And what he was asking, it wasn't a whole lot.
Right.
But they seen something different now. But I didn't want him just to take anything, so his whole thing, he does stand up for what he believes in. And so he felt that was, that was a bunch of bull that they came at him with. And I wasn't going to sugarcoat it either. I'm like, yeah, I'm behind you 100%. You got to leave, we're going to leave.
Yep.
And of course, it's kind of put us in a little bump and grind, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
A little bump and grind.
Bump and grind, but hey, it's all good.
You love being at home, but then sometimes home could, kind of.
And I was gonna ask you, with him being here all his life and all that, and he's home now, like it wasn't one of them moments. Look, just take what they're giving, boy.
No, it was like,
give him what he deserves a little bit.
No, it was more get what you deserve.
Yes,
I love that.
Yes, he put in work for it, and I felt that he should have got paid for it.
And you're right. He did a lot. I'll say even more, 120%. I'm with you.
And so that, like we didn't stutter about it. We didn't, but let me think about it. Like what? They come at you like this?
Right.
Oh no, you got to go.
You got to go.
I was looking at, okay, well, we're gonna go next door then. But they already spent too much money. You know what I'm saying? You know what? We're gonna still come down in the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be wearing a different color. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, Mint, you looking a little bit in the corner, shaking your head a little bit. It was a 2-minute clip that you heard. Obviously, we both heard you talked a little bit before the show, but I want you to give your instant thoughts when you heard Papa PG speaking about what you just heard.
What I just witnessed, what I just heard. So the ending part really upset me, but I'll start in the beginning of his excuse. I don't think he said too much of anything. I thought, like I told you, I thought he was going to plead his case about his son and say, oh, he did this in this game, or he got us out of this, or he got us out of that. And you know how I feel about PG. PG is my guy. I love PG. But as more conversations are coming out, it's like, were you appreciative or weren't you appreciative? And now your pops is talking about, they doing you a certain type of way and they not paying you. And I don't think his dad knows what's going on. I think he's looking out more for him and his family. And at this point, PG is just looking for the money. He has a lot of people to take care of. He has to take care of his parents, his friends, his wife, kids, all of that. He has a lot of things to take care of. So I think it's about the money at this point. But I'm not happy with that interview. I'm not at all.
Okay. Because you said something interesting that nobody, I don't think, ever said. He has to take care of a lot of people. So you point out his parents, his friends, because he does have his manager, Miles. You've seen at the game plenty of times. That's somebody that's with him all the time. Of course, his podcast. Why do you point that out? He has to take care of everybody in his circle and his clique as a valuable reason.
Well, I think as I'm a parent, so if I have a child who is good at something, like that's your investment. Like you want your children to be able to be successful, and your children are supposed to help take care of you, right? Like I'm gonna take care of my mom. That's just how I think it's supposed to go. So I feel like if his parents, like the way his pops was talking, he was talking like our money, like we have to do this and we have to be taken care of. So I just went based off of how his tone was and how he was talking to his son about, considering what they were giving him. And I just think like he's really looking out for a few people, a lot of people, not a few people, but a lot of people, because that's what the community does. One person makes it, they have all these different people that they have to help take care of. And, you have to get the max amount of money so you can still be able to have your life and also take care of the other people that you got to take care of as well. So 60 million, I don't know how he would have been able to do that. He's making money on the side, but I don't know if it's that much.
Yeah, I know PG had the shoe line. I don't know if that's still going right now. His shoe line's still going, but endorsements, PG wasn't on top of his peak. He was kind of making plenty of money outside. So I don't know his financial situation. I know his wife obviously likes the finer things in life. She likes, the extravagant things. So, they got 3 kids together or 2 kids together, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And all that plays a point into it. So yeah, you might have a good point right there. The lifestyle that he lives, his wife, his parents, his friends, it's a lot of people to take care of. Mm-hmm. So I kind of side with you on the whole Pops thing. I really don't think he knows about basketball. As I was listening to that interview, they asked him about him playing sports. He never really played sports like that other than football. I guess he played a little bit in high school, but he's not really into sports like, how they grew up. He would go to work, The mother would be at home, a stay-at-home wife. He would, work extra hours. He lived a real modest life in Palmdale. They weren't poor, but they weren't rich either.
Right.
So they come from a working class family. So usually black, working class families, when you just said it, like when somebody makes it, we all make it.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like, oh, that's your money, that's you do. No, you got mama to take care of. You got to take care of, pops and your sisters, and PG got 2 sisters. He got all these people in his clique. They all want something, get their hands out.
Of course.
So let me ask you this question: do you think that if the Clippers offered him, what would it? So you think it was primarily about the money when it came to his decision?
Yeah, I think so. I think, I mean, if it wasn't, I don't know. I think it was. If he thought maybe in the fourth season or third season we didn't win, then at this point, that's what he came over here for, was to be in the running with Kawhi with the championship team. And I think he just thought that that's not gonna happen no more. So let me just get the person who's gonna pay me the max amount of money, and the championship is in the past. Not really concerned about it no more. That's what I think. I don't think he's even worried about it no more. Because have you heard him say anything about a championship since he's been in Philly? Maybe I'm just not.
Yeah, he said he's playing for a championship, and I think it was a combination of things. Of course, like I think it was more so the money was there, but I think it was more about the respect. You heard his pop say he will stand up what he believes in, and that's the vibe I got out of him before. Like, PG can come off as real, moody. Like if you rub him the wrong way, if you say something to him, like he may come off a little bit moody or
he's emotional.
Really emotional guy. He's gonna wear his emotions on his sleeve. So those type of people usually have no problem speaking up and saying something. And how the negotiations went between the Clippers and PG's like 2 years 60, like what? You giving me this? You offer me this? That's a slap in the face. And then you finally give me a deal after the fact of, playing this whole season out when I was responsible for getting us to the conference finals. I played the most games this past year. I was been the most healthiest. We haven't won, not because I ain't been available. Our best player hasn't been available for postseason runs. Like, y'all forgot about all these things I've done for the organization, even with that being me not having my best player there. And y'all don't want to pay me, but you're gonna go out and pay Kawhi before you pay. And I'm sure, and I don't mean make this like as a rip between them because I know they're really cool, but you gotta think like he had to be thinking something like in his mind, like, okay, well, where mine at? Where my deal at? Was because he was gonna accept the 3-year 150, but when they came later on in the season and you heard, possible trade rumors, he's like, okay, I'll do that, but just give me the no trade clause. So at least I know I'm here. So I think I think the bridge was burned when he felt like he got slapped in the face so many different times.
I could see that. But why he didn't ask when Kawhi was talking about his contract? Why he didn't ask about his contract then?
You talking about when Kawhi got his contract?
Because they said they were both talking about their contracts at the same time. Like in the locker room, they was chatting about what they was going to do and stuff like that. So Kawhi made a decision, and then he got hurt and he got his contract. But how come PG? I'm thinking, why didn't PG have those same conversations at that time to discuss his contract? Why did he wait?
Well, they weren't willing to give him the same as Kawhi. He asked for the same for Kawhi. They weren't giving it to him. The Clippers said no. So that rubbed him. And I saw it throughout the season. Like around that All-Star break, I kind of see his mood on the court, was a little bit, he was irritated. And then he voiced that into the, podcast. It's like, I was irritated based off of, that's how y'all see me.
Yeah.
So annoyed. So I think that rubbed him. I think the Clippers really should have paid them both at the same time. Like, and then Kawhi gets hurt in the playoffs when you already seen him that money. It makes you look kind of like, damn, we should have probably gave it to him. It's like you should have waited till he finished the whole year off.
Yeah, but I also see it as a good business move for Kawhi and his camp to solidify a contract with the possibility I might get hurt. I know myself, I may get injured. Let me lock in my contract. Like, I think that's what Kawhi had a good management team who probably said, look, man, let's just go ahead and take this. This may be the best deal you get.
Come on.
Yeah, so
come on. It's like, damn, you gave me 3 year, 150 million off of really 2 great months of basketball, like December and January. It's like, bro, that's smart. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he made a good move by locking that in. And then you know how you are, you know how you work. It's a possibility you may get injured, but you got your contract. So shame on the Clippers maybe for locking that in, but who else is going to come to the team of that magnitude? Like Kawhi.
Let me ask you this question. What do you feel the Clippers are feeling right now, and have they been feeling about the comments PG's been saying, like, when he left, and even right now? How do you feel the front office, Steve Ballmer, Lawrence Frank, is the team? How do you feel like they're feeling about his comments?
I think they probably are ignoring it, like, because they don't know what's really going on. They can assume, but they don't really know. I think they're business people, so they are going to find the right player and invest in that player and move on. They're not going to give themselves, time to, oh my God, why is PG talking this way? This is not the first player who said something or who's not taking it well. I'm still not taking it well. Trying to get out my feelings. Pops is helping though.
I wonder how his mother, because she was there too. So obviously his mother is, was in a wheelchair. It makes perfect sense how you put it. Like, he's, worried about taking care of his family. But I was thinking more so of his just immediate family. I'm not thinking about his extended family, but you're bringing up his extended family and his friends who are part of that, that deal as well. So, damn, I hope he don't, he doesn't run dry. His well don't run dry.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably going to keep, his place out here, and he has some foundations and stuff. He's going to have to keep coming back, so he's going to have to, compensate for that somewhere. I mean, it's a little bit cheaper in Philadelphia, but still, you still got to travel, come back and forth. You didn't have to go to Philly. Now you have to go to Philly, back to California, back and forth.
Bro, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. And he's getting like 35 million more. 30, that's a lot of money.
That is. That's why I say I can't even really be mad at him, because, like, I'm looking at it like, okay, basketball, well, why wouldn't he take a 2 year 150? Man, it's a 4 year $212 million contract. That is a huge difference.
And it's crazy how the older he's getting, the more money he's making on these contracts. These long-term contracts. I'm like, it's just going up.
Going up. He signed a 4 year max deal. His last contract. Now he's signing even his biggest contract with the Sixers.
Mm-hmm. This is a big one for him. I just hope that he doesn't misuse it. Like, take this opportunity. Like, if you want to prove somebody wrong, this is going to be your last time you're going to be able to do it. This is it.
This is it.
Make us look bad, make us feel bad by showing us that, oh, this is the PG that we would have liked to saw. How you say it? Would like to see, but we just wasn't the right fit for him. And look how good he's doing in Philadelphia. I mean, I want that for him, but I'm gonna be mad at the same time because I wanted him to do that with us.
Yeah, and that's the fan side. That's the side where, it's like, you came here to win us a championship, and you came here to do this for us. Now you seem like you're doing it for another team. But at least he's not in the same conference, though.
I would have felt better if he was in the same conference. Could have seen him more, played him more times instead of 2.
You want him to be in the same conference as us?
Just to see him more times.
Interesting.
But I don't know who he could have went to. I don't know. But his pops was like, "Oh, we could have went over there to the other side. We didn't have the right amount of money. We didn't have no." If you don't knock it off, you knock it off, and they all laughing about it like it's funny. I didn't find anything funny with that.
Yeah, I'm about to ask you about the Lakers. He's like the Lakers, really? I'm like, I know Mint wasn't feeling that
at all. I was okay with the whole interview. Like, oh yeah, he ain't saying that. He just blah blah blah. But then when I heard that, I must have paused it and was like, no, he did not. Is he serious?
Yeah. I think he was taking shots more at the Clippers more so than thinking about the Lakers. I think that's what that was. Like, damn, you did this to my son. So we're gonna go to the other side, you know.
Whatever.
Nah, you weren't feeling that.
Yeah, I would have lost a lot of respect for him. If anybody leaves the Clippers to go to the Lakers, that's a player or a coach that we adore, and they go into that other side, I can't forgive you for that. I just can't. Business is out. I just can't forgive you. I'm not gonna look at you the same.
There's a coach that we just had that went to the Lakers. One of the Caucasian coaches. I think he was one of the shooting coaches. He went from us to the Lakers. To sign with JJ Redick.
Yeah, you did say the Caucasian coach. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He was smiling weird, like he was.
Happy. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you went to the Lakers. So
yeah,
I mean,
all our little secrets,
man. But let's get a couple more things and we can end it. So, do you feel? What will you remember PG some of his best moments with us?
Well, some of his best moments. Let me give you a personal one for me, and it was a preseason game, and PG was feeling very nice to the fans, and he signed my jacket, and that was the first time I ever got like super up close to PG, and he was so cool. He was nice. He was sweating a little bit, and I was like, I'm never gonna forget that, and I think that's where I kind of fell in love. But he had some good moments when he made a big 3, and he was doing this. He was going to the crowd. I was like, Lord have mercy. That was a good moment. Another one when he made that, he had a 50-point game against Dallas. That was great. It's a lot of memories with that guy. I really miss him. You got some tissue.
Those are his best moments. Okay, well, for you, I'm gonna tell you my favorite moment from PG.
Let me hear.
Everybody gonna say the conference finals, but I'm gonna skip past that. My favorite moment was the game before that against Utah. Excuse me. Against Utah, where he dropped 37 points and 16 rebounds because Kawhi was out and he couldn't play, and everybody was a little bit down about not having Kawhi for Game 5, and the pressure was all on PG to perform. And this is the year after the bubble where he was made fun of, and I'm like, okay, this is his time to prove what he's made of. He goes into Utah, number 1 seed in the Western Conference, tough ass place to play in. He drops 37 at 16 rebounds. We go back home to LA. We get to get Game 6. That was my favorite PG moment with the Clippers.
That was a good moment. See, he be hot. He be real hot, like fire. and then it's just like cold.
Yeah.
And it'd be super, super hot. I'd be like, man, that's the PG I love. That's the PG.
But sorry about that technical difficulties, y'all. But yeah, PG's my favorite moments, particularly that Game 5 against the Jazz in 2021. That was my favorite PG moment because of the adversity, what was at stake, and what he had to basically accomplish at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So
good moments.
Great moments. You gonna get over this, Mint?
I'm gonna get over it. I am. I have no choice. It's a relationship that is no longer a relationship that has to end. That's it. I am a team fan.
Team fan. Yes. The one and only Clipper ambassador, Mrs. J, and B will have finished another weekly show on Believe in Clippers. If you guys want to hear more of our content, make sure you guys look us up on iHeartRadio and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and as well as YouTube, where this will be posted on tomorrow. But Miss J, would you want to go and give your actual social media where they can find you on your Black and Love podcast?
Yeah, my podcast is on Spotify. That's my primary place I have it. I'm on iHeart as well. But you can hit me on Instagram, Black Love and Basketball. I'm the only one that's like that, so it's easy to find. And that's it.
Yes, sir. That's me and Mrs. J finish up another show. I will be putting her information in the comment section as well, in description, so you guys can follow her on iHeart and Spotify, as well as follow the Believe in Clipper podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and iHeartRadio. But until next time, we respectfully say peace. Go Clippers.
Peace out.